In early 2023, ChatGPT reached 100 million users. It took Instagram 2.5 years to hit that same milestone. OpenAI's chatbot did it in 60 days. This growth looked like a standard Silicon Valley explosion, but it sat in direct opposition to the organization's actual mandate. When it launched, OpenAI was a nonprofit, and it was never intended to generate a profit. The founding logic in 2015 was driven by a specific fear. A group of tech leaders, including Sam Altman, believed that if artificial intelligence was left to a single corporation, it would become a monopolized risk. Their solution was to build the technology in the open. By 2019, that mission hit a financial wall. Training the next generation of AI required an amount of computing power that cost hundreds of millions of dollars, a scale of capital that a traditional nonprofit couldn't access. To bridge the gap, they created a unique hierarchy. As the diagram shows, they kept a nonprofit board at the top, but formed a capped profit company underneath it. This allowed Microsoft to provide a billion-dollar investment while technically keeping the organization under the board's mission-driven control. This structure meant that the safety-focused mandate of a nonprofit was now legally and financially tethered to the growth requirements of a multi-billion-dollar investment. OpenAI had become a hybrid, a research lab bound to a massive corporate partnership, attempting to serve two masters with entirely different priorities. In November 2022, OpenAI changed its strategy. Instead of just publishing research, they packaged their existing technology into a simple conversational interface that anyone could use on their phone. The ease of use caused an immediate ripple effect. Within weeks, schools rewrote plagiarism rules, law firms discovered AI-generated citations, and businesses rushed to integrate it before they fully understood its risks. This release caught the rest of the industry by surprise. Google, the company which had pioneered much of the research OpenAI was using, reportedly viewed the chatbot's success as a direct threat to its core business. The response was a market-wide scramble. Google accelerated its own chatbot, Meta released its models to the public for free, and billions of dollars in venture capital began flowing into rival labs to try and catch up with OpenAI's lead. By moving first and moving fast, OpenAI ended the era of cautious, collaborative research. The controlled environment they were founded to maintain was replaced by a high-stakes geopolitical race for AI dominance. The tension between the company's growth and its original safety mission eventually reached a breaking point on November 17, 2023. Without warning, the nonprofit board fired Sam Altman. They claimed he had been not consistently candid in his communications, effectively using their structural power to remove the leader who had overseen the company's rapid expansion. But the board underestimated the leverage of the for-profit side. Microsoft offered to hire the entire team, and as seen in this letter, over 700 employees threatened to resign immediately unless Altman was reinstated. 5 days later, the board collapsed. Altman returned as CEO, and the members who had voted to fire him were largely replaced. The new board and leadership team shifted their focus toward commercial stability and enterprise partnerships, leaving the original nonprofit oversight as a secondary concern. When the structure was finally tested by a conflict between safety and market momentum, the financial and employee pressure ensured that the momentum won. OpenAI is now shifting its revenue model. While ChatGPT remains popular with individuals, the real money is coming from massive contracts with other businesses. By allowing companies to connect to their API, OpenAI positions its models as the backend for thousands of apps, from customer service to medical software. This mimics Amazon's cloud services strategy, becoming the invisible infrastructure other companies rely on to function. The profits from this expansion are being funneled into a single goal: artificial general intelligence. This is a hypothetical system that can perform almost any intellectual task at or above a human level. AGI could lead to two very different realities. It could mean a world of abundance with massive breakthroughs in science and education, or it could lead to widespread job loss and a concentration of power that the world hasn't seen before. Even the people building this technology admit they aren't sure which of those outcomes will happen first. OpenAI began as a nonprofit designed to ensure that no single company could ever own the future of AI. Today, it has become a central gatekeeper for the industry, leaving the public to decide if they trust one organization with that much influence.